To be able to update existing records, we have to tell DBT how to identify a unique row. For that, you have to use the configuration unique key. You go over here and specify the unique key. If your model has a single column that allows you to identify a unique row, then you can simply specify the value like this. Not the ADL, but the name of the column. In our case, we have a list of columns that we'd like to use because it's not that easy to identify a unique row in our dataset. And that's why we then have to specify a list of columns. Do that like this. We open two square brackets and then we specify the list of columns that we like to use. What we are doing here is that we are saying on a specific date, at a specific time, in a specific store, a particular customer is buying a specific item. And with that, we can clearly identify a unique row in our dataset. Now we have to save this and we can then rebuild our model. And the expectation is that after rebuilding our model, the rows that we are seeing over here, those values over here should be replaced with the new ones. In DBT, you can either simply click here to build the model, or if you want to build any dependency or any model this one depends on, you can select over here and build the upstream. In our case, this is the upstream model from the store sales model. What I can do, I can simply do like this, upstream, and it's going to build these models, this model, and this model. Go over here, see what is happening. Now our model was successfully built. Let's go and check the data again. Go back into BigQuery. I have another tab over here. This is the same query before we change the data. You can see the values over here are the same. Now, after we change the data, I can run this query again. Let me scroll like this, and you can see that the value changed. Let me sort this in ascending order. Sales date, ascending order also. Now, we can see that this record was changed. The value went from this to this, and also this one was changed. The value went from this to this. You can clearly see there's a difference in the values. Therefore, these two records were updated. However, the two records up here were not updated. And if you remember, the condition on picking new records in our dataset is that this value must be greater than any value already present in the materialized incremental model, so in the existing table. From the incoming data, this value must be greater than the value already existing inside our model. And if you take a look over here, you can see that the ticket number here is quite low. Before we updated the data, the maximal value in our existing data was already at 240,000. This is why for these two records that were updated, I've changed the ticket number to be greater than whatever is already present in the table. And this then brings us to another topic. If you take a look at the materialization documentation, you will see that incremental models are best for event style data. The reason being that each event always have a specific time. Therefore, even if an old record is updated, it will have a new time that is greater than the time that the event was initially created. And that means this condition, the condition you have to specify here, will simply be based on a timestamp, in the sense that every new event always have a newer timestamp. Even if it's an update on an existing record, it has a newer timestamp. This allows you to always pick up the newer records. And that's almost all you have to know about incremental models. You have to tell DBT using a configuration that would like to materialize your model as an incremental one. And if necessary, you can then specify some unique keys to identify unique rows in order to update them instead of replacing or appending new data to your model. If you want to learn more about incremental model, You have to go ahead and read the documentation. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me and we can try to find out together how to fix your problem. See you in the next lecture.